The Flor do Mar, also known as the Flor de la Mar, flower of the sea, was a Portuguese now, carrack, weighing 400 tons. Over 9 years, this ship played a crucial role in significant events across the Indian Ocean. In November 1511, while returning from the conquest of Malacca, the ship sank off the coast of Sumatra. Nobleman Afonso de Albuquerque was aboard, carrying a vast treasure for the Portuguese king. Today, a replica of the Flor do Mar is displayed at the Maritime Museum in Malacca, Malaysia. The Flor do Mar was constructed in Lisbon in 1502 and was among the finest vessels of its era, designed specifically for the Portuguese India run. Weighing 400 tons, it was the largest carrack ever built at that time, nearly double the size of the largest ships that had previously made the journey. Her maiden voyage from Portugal to India commenced in 1502 under the command of Estevão da Gama, a cousin of the renowned explorer Vasco da Gama. However, the return trip in 1503 encountered significant challenges. Loaded with spices, the ship's considerable size and weight made it difficult to maneuver, especially in the strong currents of the Mozambique Channel, particularly around Cape Corrientes. According to eyewitness Tony Lopez, the Flor do Mar developed leaks and was forced to dock at Mozambique Island for nearly 2 months for repairs. The ship finally made it back to Portugal by late 1503. The Flor do Mar embarked on another voyage to India in March 1505, commanded by João da Nova as part of the 7th Portuguese India Fleet, which included 22 ships and carried D. Francisco de Almeida, the first viceroy of Portuguese India. However, during the return trip in 1506, the ship encountered serious issues once again in the Mozambique Channel. Developing leaks, it was forced to dock at Mozambique Island for extensive repairs. This time, the Flor do Mar remained stranded in the channel for about 10 months. Despite repeated attempts by Nova to sail the ship, it continued to face problems, requiring return trips for repairs. In February 1507, nearly a year after the Flor do Mar had left India, it was discovered by the outgoing 8th India Armada under the command of Tristão da Cunha. Cunha's crew assisted in repairing the ship to make it seaworthy, offloaded the spice cargo onto another transport headed for Portugal, and incorporated the empty Flor do Mar and its captain into his own fleet. The ship never returned to Portugal. The Flor do Mar, along with its captain João da Nova, played a significant role in the conquest of Socotra under Tristão da Cunha. Following this, Cunha unexpectedly assigned the Flor do Mar to stay in the Western Arabian Sea as part of the patrol squadron under Afonso de Albuquerque. The ship contributed to the successful campaigns led by Albuquerque, including the capture of Curiat, Muscat in July 1507, Corfacan, which saw the submission of Calhat and Sohar, and Ormuz within the same year. In 1509, the Flor do Mar was commandeered to serve as the flagship of D. Francisco de Almeida during the Battle of João. João da Nova passed away that same year in Cochin, and Almeida intended to return the Flor do Mar to Portugal, taking special care to repair the vessel. However, his successor, Afonso de Albuquerque, prohibited the return and instead retained the ship in India, providing Almeida with another vessel for the journey home. Under Albuquerque's command, the Flor do Mar supported the conquest of Goa in 1510 and Malacca in 1511. The Flor do Mar's longevity was notable for its time. While ships used for the India run typically had a service life of only 3 to 4 years, the Flor do Mar lasted significantly longer. However, her performance as a cargo ship was less than ideal. When fully loaded, she was dangerously unseaworthy, completing only one full voyage to India amid numerous difficulties. Despite these challenges, the Flor do Mar's design and experiences were influential. Although larger ships, ranging from 600 to 1500 tons, were occasionally built, the typical India now averaged around 400 to 450 tons. As such, the Flor do Mar is often seen as a prototype for 16th century India NOS. The ship's operational experiences also led to the development of the outer route strategy, directing captains of heavily laden ships to avoid the treacherous Mozambique Channel and instead navigate a longer, but safer course east of Madagascar. Despite being deemed unsafe by some observers, the Flor du Mar was pressed into service to support the conquest of Malacca, the largest commercial hub of the East Indies at the time. Given its large capacity, Afonso de Albuquerque decided to use the Flor du Mar to transport the immense treasure looted from the Sultan of Malacca's palace back to Portugal. In late 1511, as the Flor du Mar departed from Malacca and sailed along the northeast coast of Sumatra, she encountered a violent storm in the Strait of Malacca. The ship was wrecked on shoals, leading to numerous casualties. The Flor du Mar did not survive the storm and sank during the night of November 20, 1511, off Timia Point in the Kingdom of Aru, Sumatra. Afonso de Albuquerque managed to survive under the most difficult conditions, using an improvised raft, but the cargo and over 400 men on board were lost. The wreck of the Flor du Mar remains undiscovered on the seabed. Attempts to locate and salvage the shipwreck have sparked controversy, with claims to salvage rights from Portugal, Indonesia, and Malaysia. A replica of the Flor du Mar is displayed at the Maritime Museum in Malacca. As we conclude this exploration of the Flor du Mar, we are reminded of the ship's epic journey, its immense treasure, and its enduring mystery beneath the waves. The loss of this magnificent vessel not only marked a dramatic end to a chapter of Portuguese maritime history but also left us with an unresolved enigma that continues to capture imaginations. The search for the Flor du Mar remains a tantalizing quest, a testament to human ambition and the lure of hidden riches. If this tale of adventure and mystery intrigued you, make sure to subscribe for more captivating stories and in-depth documentaries. Share your thoughts and theories in the comments below, and stay tuned for our next journey into the unknown. Thank you for watching.